So instead of the rush to judgment as to what the facts are, and Jimmy takes one consolation. A lot of people are making a rush to judgment and pointing fingers at Jimmy. Jimmy says, well, you know, they're not local people. Local people are going to wait and see what the facts are and make their decision later. And that's all we are here to ask. The more investigation we do, it seems like the more questions we find. Every time we think we have an answer, 4 or 5 or 6 more questions come up. And somebody says, well, was there a spillway or wasn't there a spillway on the dam? You know, I've heard since March 14th, 5 different versions of what this spillway was. Do I think that there was a historical spillway at some point of time on the dam? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there was at some point of that. Well, do I think it was on the dam? No. Do I think there might have been a historical spillway adjacent on the northwest side of the dam? Yes. Was it functioning in the late 80s and early 90s? Probably not. What did it look like? Did it look like people say it looked like in the late 80s and early 90s? I don't think so.
Okay.
But
you want to wrap up?
I'll wrap it up. But
Thank you.
these are questions. So I would simply ask, not just the council, but the people of Kauai, not to rush to judgment, not to make up their mind about Jimmy Pflueger. He's just a human being. He's an 80-year-old man who loves the land, who is absolutely torn apart by this situation, as is many members of this community. And whatever the facts might be, the facts might be. But you were absolutely right to call for an independent investigation. I don't believe we're getting one. And I intend to share the facts with you folks and others as we find them out as our investigation goes forward. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
When we add water between these 2 bricks, if the water pressure is high enough to reduce the strength sufficiently, then the upper brick will slide off.
But how did it all start? It's because an old Hawaiian man named Bill Huddy, who lived next door to the Marvins, came to him one day and said, Jimmy, the Marvins won't let me use the road. My wife and I are getting old. We cannot walk down the trail anymore to the Kuleana house. Can you help us? And Bill Huddy came with a paper bag. And inside the paper bag, there was $40,000. And Jimmy said, forget it, Bill. take your paper bag, take your money, I'll go help you. And that was the first thing that Jimmy Pflueger did.
He has paid his fair share of the damages out there. And it may have been easy to be a target in the situation and the circumstances that happened with the Kaloko Dam breach. But, you know, I just look at the property out there, and I have spoken with Jimmy Pflueger, and I've spoken with Gordon Rosa in the back, and, you know, his whole focus is to keep that area neatly groomed and open. And that's, you know, the other choice he has is to sell the property, and who knows who buys it and what they do with it.